big question that popped up lately is it pop or is it soda? Leave a comment below and let me know what you call it, because I call it pop. It's pop. So I decided to make a post and have you guys ask as many questions as you could, so I'd have some content, some good questions to go through. So I haven't gone through any of these questions yet. I haven't researched the answers to them. I'm just gonna shoot the shit here and just give you the best answers I can. I ended up getting there's 200 plus comments on here for questions, and I'll try my best, guys, but I'm not so sure how I feel about this video right now. Hopefully this video gets 100 likes. I'm being realistic this time, sort of. 100 likes is possible. If we get 100 likes, I'll do burnout. Promise, I'll do burnout. I'm not too sure how I feel about this video because I didn't look at any of these questions yet, so I don't know what the hell I'm gonna come across. How much boost can a 3.7 hold? It's not so much the boost, it's the horsepower, the torque, the tuning, and all that stuff. Really, 600 horsepower. I mean, however much boost you're pushing, depends on how conservative your tune is and all that stuff. Stick with under 600 horsepower and about 500 foot-pounds of torque. Anything more than 500 foot-pounds of torque is going to destroy your transmission, and anything over 600 horsepower is going to eat away your engine. So that's probably about what you should be looking at for safe limits if you're boosted. How do you do a burnout in a 2014 Mustang? People are really still asking this question. Will a ported 2018 Coyote manifold fit a 16 Cyclone? Yeah, obviously. You just chop off the last two ports there, and fit right there, fit perfectly. It's actually the cheaper way to do it. You don't have to get ported intake manifolds for 3.7. Just get a poverty 18 manifold and chop off the two last ports. Duh. Tune installed. I'm trying to reword this so that this makes more sense. If you already have a tune installed, I'd say an MPT tune, and you change your gears, do you have to get a new tune, or can you just change the axle ratio setup? So say on MPT tune, I think it's the same on AMR tune, they leave it open. I don't know if AMR does. I'll have to check with them on that. But MPT leaves it open so that you can go back in, and you do have to reflash your tune, but what you do is you go back in like you're going to tune it, and you go into vehicle settings, and then you change the axle ratio. But don't forget to change your revs per mile too, because it's just as important, which means calculating your tire size to figure out what your revolutions per mile are, and then program that in as well as putting in your axle ratio change. Otherwise your speedometer is going to be way off, and if you don't fix it, if you continue to drive with your speedometer being that far off, you're going to rack up a hell of a lot of miles in your car that you aren't actually putting on your car. Don't believe me? Watch your odometer. If you do that and you don't change it, you'll see what I mean. Oh, it will alter your gas mileage too, actually? I didn't know that. So it'll say you're getting 50 miles per gallon or some shit like that. It's crazy. Yeah. Would you ever consider buying an EcoBoost Mustang, especially with the new 10-speed? Nope. How often should you service your diff once you've put new gears in? Seems like the aftermarket seals go bad pretty quick. Differentials, we used to wreck them about every 30 or 40,000 miles. We don't tow in these cars. If you're towing, that's probably more necessary, 30, 40,000. 60,000 should be a good one. You don't have to service it after you get your gears put in. I did both times, and it didn't make a difference. I actually got more noise after I did that in both sets of gears. This one was really quiet, still really quiet. They did a really good job installing the gears in this car, but I feel like ever since I had the fluid changed about 1,000 miles after I had them put in, and I did start to get some noise right afterwards. I'm not a gear technician or anything, but you don't have to unless you're having a problem. And don't be scared that you will see some shiny stuff in the fluid. That's normal. That's just wear from the gears breaking in. That's going to be normal. So there's nothing that really calls for it. And speaking of gear changes and break-in periods, a lot of people talk about having to do 30-minute, three 30-minute heat cycles or something. You don't have to. There's no such thing as breaking in a new set of gears. Just send it. Well, don't you don't have to send it, but you don't have to. There's no particular break-in period for that stuff. So that's all I'm going to say about that. We need a little intermission here because my brain's just not functioning the way it should be. I could tell.
Good afternoon. What can we get started for you today?
You get a venti pike place with a turbo or espresso shot.
Venti pike place, and you want to add a shot?
Yeah.
What else can we do for you?
That's it.
Come on around, 383 for you.
Thanks. So yeah, I cheat on Dunkin' Donuts now. I don't ever go to Dunkin' anymore because they fucked up my order so many times. So to Starbucks it is, I guess. But I need a large coffee with a lot of espresso. Let's do it. I swear, I'm gonna kill somebody off for these questions. I really am. This shit is just fucking stupid. Thank God I've got this. I'd slam it right now if it wouldn't burn my mouth. But holy crap. I had to move spots. This light's like terrible. I'm getting no service. I can't pull this stuff up. This video's just gone to shit already. What kind of oil should I run in my 3.7 Coyote? Royal Purple CDS. Stands for Cylinder Delete Special. No, I'm kidding. Don't ever run Royal Purple. Just stick with Pennzoil Ultra Platinum is the oil that I recommend. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. If I have 255, 5017s on my car, can I run 315s? Like about tire size. 17s are usually 7.5 inch wide, so definitely not. No, that won't even come close to fitting. 315s, you would need, I believe, a 10 inch rim. At least 9.5. Maybe I'm wrong, but you need a big, pretty wide tire to put 315s on there. Is anyone or can we all-wheel drive swap? I'm not even going to answer that. Christopher Walker. Just go away. Just go away, dude. I am running a Bama tune. I hear MPT is a good one. Should I switch? I drive a manual with automatic windshield wipers. I told you I'm going to kill you guys with these questions. This is so stupid. I should have proofread all this shit before I did this. Seriously, this is so stupid. But okay. Do you ever miss your 5.0, or does having a 6-speed and a 3.7 outweigh the fun of having a V8? It's a great question. Finally, some fucking sense in here. Yeah, of course I miss the 5.0 sometimes. I miss running, 12.1 in the quarter mile. I missed the power that it had. That was really cool. I missed the sound. I missed, people turning their heads at gas stations and like, holy shit, nice car. I still get people still say nice car in this, but nowhere near as much as the 5.0. But no, having an automatic in a 5.0 was not fun. Having a 3.7 in a manual is a lot more fun to me, just because I'm the kind of person that will take a stick shift car over an automatic car. Not regarding what the actual car is. If it's a 5.0 or it's a 3.7. Now, if it's an EcoBoost, that doesn't really matter. I wouldn't take one in an automatic or a 3.7. But you get the point. Definitely having a manual in the 3.7 kind of outweighs the fun for me of having an automatic 5.0. If I had to go back, I would have just waited until I found a good deal. I had a good deal on the automatic 5.0, that's why I bought it. But if I could have found a good deal on a manual 3.7, I think I'd still have the car till today. I'd still have it right now, and it'd probably be running like 10s or some shit. Who knows? Probably not, but yeah. What's the first mod you should do to your 3.7? So, everybody knows a tune and or gears. The first two mods that you should do. You could do either one, but I'd probably recommend doing a tune first, just to kind of help you get used to the car a little bit, and that way any mods that come after that can be easily updated. Because if you don't have a tune and you put gears in your car, your speedometer is going to be way out of whack. The dealership could program it for you, but they're going to charge you just as much as it's going to cost to get a tune. So there you go. There you go. Need more coffee. Fuck Dunkin' Donuts. Starbucks is where it's at. Why are you so beautiful? Put me on the video. I know I'm beautiful. You don't gotta tell me. Why does... I'm gonna kill this kid. I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna kill this kid too. Why does Watch My Eco take you to Gapplebee's? Oh boy. Well, let's see. My car runs. It could pull off it did if I missed a gear, but it would be a 12.8 at about 106 miles an hour. Watch My Eco runs 11. So yes, Watch My Eco would smoke me, okay? I admitted it. He's faster than me. Alright, Zach, you happy? You happy? Go away. At what point do you sell it and go 5.0? When it's broke. Just like my first 3.7 broke. And when it's paid off, for one, or if it breaks, insurance cuts you a fat check, that's a good time to do it too. Can I beat a full bolt-on 3-valve with a full bolt-on Cyclone? Nope, you can't. Can I spray 200 shot through a stock Cyclone? Yes, you can. Okay, so I don't know the particular answer to this question, but Mark did answer this, so I'll read the question and read the answer. Want to install a front drive shaft safety loop? Is the BMR one recommended? Which is going to be important if you guys are going to like NHRA official tracks, and there's different rules and regulations. Some of them want you to have a drive shaft safety loop, and the BMR one, according to Mark, because he uses it, works just fine. You have to use some washers and spacers, and that's the answer to that question on using a BMR front drive shaft safety loop. Can you go bigger fuel injectors on a stock motor, and is it benefiting to do so? There's not going to be any benefits to doing it unless you're running E85 or a type of fuel that requires it. To run E85 in these cars, you do have to use a set of bigger fuel injectors, definitely. So by themselves, though, no, absolutely nothing. Completely not worth it. But it's not a bad idea to do it with the intentions of running E85. So, and the E85 does make power in these cars. Not much on motor, but about 5 to 8 horsepower, I'd say, maybe somewhere around there. Depends on who's doing it, but you know. That's not really a question, Mark Stelly. I guess these are questions, I don't know. Launching in auto versus manual in street tires versus radial. Well, what I've always been taught is slick for stick, radial for auto. So if you have a stick shift car and you're trying to get good launches and stuff, you don't want to shock the drivetrain really bad, go with the slick. For autos, most of the times you want to stick with the drag radial. I guess that answers the question. Improving 60 foot, I can't really. Suspension, obviously, tires, I don't even know where this is going. Manual shift points. I did have my shift points altered in the 5.0. Mike from MPT did raise second to third gear, I believe, because I was actually doing a comparison video, which is back in the channel. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description, where I raised select shift versus drive, and I lined up the videos so that the start points were exactly the same. And I found out that if you look at the time slips, select shifting and holding second gear a little bit longer got me just a little bit faster. So I had Mike at MPT adjusted the shift points, and it actually ran a little bit quicker that way. So manual shift points, I just go by sound normally, to be honest with you. When I'm at the track and I'm racing, as far as shifting, I'm really not looking at the tack. When I go back and I watch my in-car videos that I've done racing and stuff, and I watch where I was actually shifting at, it's pretty on point. It's pretty on point. So nothing wrong with going by sound. Once you get to know your car, that's actually a really good way to do it. Going by feel, definitely nothing wrong with that. That's my favorite way to do it, because then I can pay more attention to the road and everything else, and my shifting. I don't have to be dialed in on the tack. And if you have a good ear, I played music my whole life, so I can kind of tone things in a little bit. If you have a good ear, you can get really good at it, and that's probably the best way to go. Or just get a big shift light. Just get a big orange shift light. Take care of that problem, no problem. You know what I mean? Brief interruption there. The sun has been changing because there's clouds and rain and everything, and this video's been all over the place. So let's try and stay on track if we can. So trying to answer these questions that aren't questions. I'm not even all right. Mark, I did well enough for you. I hope that's good enough. Let's go to the next one. What's the safest RPM to take a stock motor on a tune? Is it even necessary to take it that high? Well, most of the power is between, I think, 6,500 and 7,000 RPMs. People with poor intakes, I think, have shown gains upwards to about 7,200, 7,300. I've revved out to the track around 7,500, and I think that's right around where the MPT Redline is, by around 7,500 or so. I would stay around 7,500, 7,800. I think maybe 7,800 is actually, after reading, because Mark just said 7,800. Maybe you're right, because it's so hard to tell, because you're dealing with like 4 little like lines on here. She's probably right, about 7,800. I would stay below that, though, because a lot of issues that we've seen from people blowing their engines come from people who redline it, supposedly. So just there's really no point in revving to 7,800, because most of your power is going to be 6,500 to 7,000 RPM. So stay around there. That's about where I shift. I shift around 7,100, I guess you could say, 71, 72, and I've made over 100 passes in these cars, and I don't see it making that big of a difference in a quarter mile. So around there should be about fine. How do you fit 7-foot fishing rods in S197 driving without braking rod tips or having getting. Well, there's two ways. There's two ways to put fishing rods in here. One is to go from the floor to the back. You don't have to put the seats down, and I fit a 7'3" rod in here, no problem. The other way is to pop the seats down and go straight over the seats and have them curve on the ceiling. They'll be out of the way of everything. Going through the middle is where you don't encounter most of the problems if you have them go straight through, because that's when you're going to have all the rod tips right here, and that's the the most sensitive, fragile part of a fishing rod, especially a fast tip, is those. So just try and go from diagonal from floor to up, or go from the back seat over the passenger seat and hit the ceiling there, because even if someone's sitting here, it can still go over their head. It might be annoying, but you'll get the job done. Actually, kind of serious, where do you put your spare change? It's a great question, because I'll show you where I put my spare change. You hear that? It gets lost in here even, because I have a whole bunch of shit in here too, but yeah, spare change, guitar picks, right there. I don't put it in here because it'll never be seen again if I put it in there. Sometimes, actually, I've actually put it, if you guys have ever tried this, if you have a manual, put it in your little shifter boot here, but then when you bang gears, it just goes flying everywhere, so that doesn't really work very well. So don't bang gears if you put change in there. I put change down here before, in this little thing, but it's so hard to get out. You literally will dig for a week trying to get that shit back. Yeah, in this little cup holder thing right here, because I know it can't go anywhere else except for right here. Everywhere else it gets lost. So that's my answer to that. Is there a link where I could buy some GT resonators from? Well, forums, look on forums, because a lot of GT guys that just upgrade their exhaust usually are looking to sell them for a little bit. If you know somebody, they'll give them away to you. You just pay for shipping. But Cycle and Parts Exchange, Mustang pages, Mustang forums, and eBay. Did I mention eBay? eBay. They don't have to be GT resonators. You can get a whole bunch of different resonators off of eBay that'll fit. They just get welded in, so it doesn't matter. What's the best gas level? What's the best gas level? What's the best gas level? What's the best gas level to race on? 0 to empty, 50 until empty. You're talking about drag racing and how much gas did you put in there? Because I see some people go to the track and they race with like a full tank of gas, and they're like, why am I so slow? It's like, well, because you just added 40 pounds of shit. I mean, that's going to make that big of a difference. What is it? 1 gallon is 8 pounds. So 8 times, 14 gallons? It's actually 80, 32. It's like it's over 100 pounds worth of gas, man. It's a lot. So, yeah, stick with about 25 to 50. I'd say about an eighth of tank, right around there. Mark asks, why is my pee orange? It's because you suck on too many carrots. How big of a difference would it be to go from 331 to 373 gears? It's Jordan. Well, I'm so glad you're back in the group, buddy. About 4/10 of a rotation. There's your answer. No, for real, 331 to 373, feels noticeable, 100%. I just drove a 331 car about a month or two ago. It was a Sante's car, and it felt a lot like 273s to me. I'll be honest, I wasn't too impressed with the gearing. I thought I would be more impressed with 331s. 373s definitely is a big step up even from 331s in my opinion. It's almost a half a rotation. So yeah, that's a lot. How to drive paddles. I'm not going to answer this because I have a video about it. I'll leave that in the link below too. Select shifting and trying to get the timing right, because I know there's a bit of a delay when you go to shift. If you press the button, it'll take like a second and a half. So I have a video about that if you want to check that out, on how to improve, I guess. I don't remember what the video was about exactly. It was about select shifting. So I'll put that in the description below if you guys want to watch a video about select shifting your automatics that I did. How do I drive my Mustang in the winter? Well, you really don't want to. I just did a video this winter of me getting stuck, and it really sucked. Just get some good snow tires. That's all I can tell you, because I didn't have snow tires, and that's why I got stuck. Why does my car's paint suck? Ask Ford. That I don't know. That's a big Ford problem. Do I need a drag setup to get a sub 1.7 60 foot? You at least need drag tires to get even a 1.7 60 foot, or some kind of slick. Anything sub 1.7, you're going to need suspension work, 100%. I was almost stock suspension. I did a 176 60 foot with drag radials. I could have probably gotten a little bit better with a slick, but I wouldn't have been able to get a 1.6 without doing full suspension on my car. So about 1.7. When this is for manuals too, automatics, you're not going to cut a 1.7 60 foot unless you get a torque converter. And I did a video about that too. So if you want to check that out, check out the description below. There's a video about how to make your automatic V6 Mustang faster. Whew. Man, there's so many questions. We're gonna have to do a part 2 because this video is already so freaking long. So I'm gonna stop right there, and we will continue on the rest of these questions in the next video, because this is just getting crazy, man. There's so many good questions on here too, though. Yeah, we'll continue on and answer the rest of people's questions in the second video. Maybe we should go do some polls or something. Let's go do something fun. I'm gonna go drive around. Why not? Let's go drive around for a minute. Yeah? Yeah, let's do that.